Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Mary Jo Kennedy, 83 of Logan, will be at 2 p.m. today at Coleman Funeral Home Chapel. Pastor Steve Bryan officiating. Interment in Logan Cemetery. Coleman Funeral Home is directing arrangements. Miss Kennedy passed away Wednesday in Montgomery. Visitation will be from noon to 2 p.m. today at the funeral home. Memorial services for Oscar E. Key, age 81 of Coleman, will be at 11 a.m. Saturday at Crescent Hill United Methodist Church in Louisville, Kentucky. A second memorial service at 10 a.m. this Friday at Auburndale Community Church in Auburndale, Florida. Burial will be in the Florida National Cemetery in Bushnell with full military honors. Coleman Heritage is notifying Mr. Key passed away on Sunday. Ms. Mary Jane James passed away Friday. Funeral services will be today at Moss Service Chapel at 2 p.m. Dennis Lloyd will officiate. Burial will be in Mount Zion Cemetery. Funeral services for Mr. Paul Douglas Skinner, age 67 of Logan, were yesterday at Liberty Baptist Church. Burial was in New Mount Zion Cemetery. Greg Dollar officiated. Moss Service directed. Mr. Skinner passed away at St. Vincent's East Hospital on Friday. And those are our obituaries brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Did you catch this?
Premier Bank presents Today on 2, broadcasting live at channel2coleman.com and archiving our program on the same website. Well, we survived the Super Bowl.
Yes, I was just really disappointed. The Broncos they didn't play last night, did they? They were there, but they weren't playing, were they?
Oh, I guess not.
Oh, my goodness.
It had to be one of the messiest played Super Bowls ever.
Well, there have been some other blowouts, they
Well,
said.
there have been,
so,
but
not in a while, probably, huh?
They almost self-destructed with all the intercepted passes and mistakes on plays. And
well, they started off on the wrong foot, didn't they? With
sure
that safety and yeah.
It sure did.
You know,
first play of the game.
Yeah, and of course, I like to watch too because of the commercials.
Yeah.
I didn't really find those commercials to be that great. The one I liked the most was the Budweiser commercial with the dog.
Yeah.
The dog and the horse. That was my favorite one. But
I
otherwise,
thought they saved the best commercials for the fourth quarter, and you probably didn't have much of an audience left by then.
No.
I don't know what was on the other channels, but certainly the game wasn't worth watching.
Right. And then at the very end, oh my goodness, see, now I've forgotten what the commercial's about, but there was just an actor that came on and said, well, wow, I was all excited to know that I was going to be in a commercial for the Super Bowl until I found out that it was to be played at the end of the Super Bowl. But then I found out that we were saving $1.5 million by playing it now rather than during prime time. And so that was it. They were saving, this company, whoever it was, see, and I can't remember, we're saving you money. So that was their whole point, was we were going to save you money, and we're doing it right now. So, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, well, okay, that's out of the way. This is going to be a big week. We'll talk about after we look at the weather forecast. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Weather almanac for the 3rd of February already. The average high in Coleman is 53. The average low is 33. The record high 77 in 1927. The record low 3 in 1951. Sunset at 5:45 and sunrise at 6:17. There's the satellite picture. You can see what's going on around the country. And our part of the country, doesn't look too bad. Here's our forecast for today. It'll still be cloudy and breezy today. A high near 46. That's a little bit cooler than we had over the weekend. For tonight, cloudy, low around 36. Tomorrow, a 90% chance of rain, but a high around 60. On Wednesday, 45, Thursday, 42, Friday, 48, Saturday, 42, and Sunday, 45. So other than tomorrow, I guess below normal temperatures, and could be a rainy week.
I guess so.
Well, like I said, this is a big week. Wednesday, football signing day for the colleges.
Oh, okay.
Now, you probably don't realize this.
No, I don't.
But a lot of people take the day off
Really?
in order to watch which schools are going to get which players.
Wow. Yeah, I've never done that. Never
So
had that.
that's coming up Wednesday.
Okay.
Thursday, the Winter Olympics begin
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
in
yeah.
Sochi,
Yeah,
Russia,
I don't know.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Boy.
You know, kind of an interesting thing I read yesterday. The climate in Sochi, Russia, is about the same as Atlanta,
Really?
and they're hosting the Winter Olympics.
Wow.
They have been storing snow. This is what true, and they are storing snow for a year,
Wow.
and then making snow
yeah.
so they can do the outside events. But that's true. It's a very mild climate.
Well, that's really weird.
I kind of figured it was in Siberia or
right.
something like that,
Something.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's in a tourist area of Russia.
Wow. Now, I've never heard of
Anyway,
this area.
that's coming up Thursday. Also, community concert is Thursday.
Oh, goodness.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
Kathy Scruggs will be here, I think, on Wednesday to
Okay.
talk about that.
Okay.
And so anyway, busy week.
It is a busy week.
A
Yeah.
lot of things going on. Let's check our Facebook friend of the day for today.
June Haynes is our Facebook friend, and she likes Miranda Lambert and Lady Antebellum. So I would imagine she likes country music. She'll really probably going to like this barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Just needs to come by here and pick up that certificate.
Okay, George Spear is here with news and commentary right after this.
You want to ask Paige?
Proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Time for news and commentary on this chilly Monday morning. Well, by now you might very well have heard that 3 people have died in a camper fire at Coleman Campgrounds out on Highway 157. That happened Friday afternoon. Apparently 3 individuals, 58-year-old Sandra Lynn Mills of Moulton, Erwin Dwayne Owens, 51 years old, of Coleman, and 54-year-old Randall Mills of Moulton, taken to the burn center. He was at UAB Hospital. All 3 have died, though. There was one report that there was a couple of popping sounds before the thing exploded in flames. You know, when you think about it, a travel trailer, a camper, is one of those things that I don't know, I've never owned one, but I think they depend on propane, butane tanks, you know, And I just wonder if maybe that had something to do with it. Obviously, it's under investigation, but a terrible loss there. Last week, we talked about the problems that now Coleman Memory Gardens has because the owners of that property has been plagued with problems for the past 10 years or more. The owners can't be reached. Senator Paul Bussin is proposing a cemetery bill to strengthen the regulations regarding the running of places like Coleman Memory Gardens. He thinks that it might have an effect, a positive effect. Those folks, a dozen or so in the families, are in a situation where none of us would want to be, just basically abandoned cemetery. Also, Huntsville City Council, the mayor down there, Kenneth Nail, is proposing to raise the sales tax by a half-cent. That would put it at the same level that Coleman has right now, the city of Coleman. He says they have to consider the increase because they've been struggling to pay their bills. He mentioned that we've already laid off 2 full-time police officers and 1 full-time public works employee. And, of course, there's a resistance to that on the city council. Individuals not too happy with the idea of raising taxes, but according to the mayor, he believes they have enough votes to go ahead and make that increase this month, sometime in February, or at least approve it. Retired businesswoman Kathy Peterson. She ran for Public Service Commission president a couple of years ago. Now she's making another race, entering the race for the Alabama Public Service Commission, running against incumbent Jeremy Oden. Oden's going to have competition, which is why I saw last week that the Farmers Federation or some organizations putting its support behind Jeremy, and there'll probably be others too who will do so. But speaking of that, in fact, by the way, if you're thinking of running for office, you better do it quick, because deadline is this Friday to qualify as a candidate for office. I think in the Republican ticket, I don't know, maybe for Democrats as well, possibly because they're trying to make sure they get everyone qualified and ready to go on the ballots before the primary election, so they can get them overseas to the servicemen and women who serve there, so they can participate in this thing called voting. Nonetheless, Friday's the deadline, so heads up. There are a couple of opportunities you can take advantage of to qualify if you're thinking of it. I understand Billy Coleman. There are groups. AEA is courting Billy Coleman, the superintendent for Coleman County Schools, to run against Mr. Ed Henry. You know, Billy Coleman was a football coach, up at that school, Brewer in Morgan County. And he has a lot of people who know him there. AEA is not very fond of Ed Henry because of the way he's voted several times. And as a result, they're trying to get Mr. Coleman to run against him. Also, at Redstone Arsenal, the garrison commander, Colonel Bill Marks, is saying that they're having to close Gate 8. Now, if you're an employee and you work aboard a large installation like Redstone, you know that you have to, it's a big thing, and so it's a distance between different gates, especially Gate 9 and the other one, Patton Road entrance. I'm not even sure it's still open. But with all the budget cuts, he says he has no choice. Now think about this. If it's getting so bad to where they have to cut security guards and close a gate, what else are they doing? In World War I, whenever things started popping and America had to make a decision to get involved or not, and we did decide to do so, we had about 200,000 military, period. 200,000 military. General Pershing, when he got to France, when he got over there, decided to wait a year. He didn't intentionally want to wait a year to get Americans involved, but he had to train young recruits, had to get people ready. And en masse, 1 million troops before he got us involved. 1 million. And it took a year. My dad talked about World War II. Whenever he was training in Albertville, before World War II started, he said we were using broomsticks for rifles. And now we've got an administration that's cutting the military. They're doing something unheard of, cutting out the commissaries, cutting out Armed Forces Radio and Television. That's being discussed. I don't know where we're headed here, but it looks like you'd learn from our mistakes in the past. But we're not doing that, apparently. And finally, everyone's looking for that 15 seconds of fame. Sometimes it's less than that. Did you see the press conference last night? Malcolm Smith, who played in the Super Bowl, He was talking to reporters in the press conference after the Seahawks defeated the Broncos. A man walks up to him, grabs a microphone, and says, "Investigate 9/11. 9/11 was perpetrated by our own government." 15 seconds, he didn't really get that, but certainly he was locked up or at least told to leave or something. Everybody's got to have their little spot, don't they? Stay tuned, more Today on 2 after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Welcome back to more of Today on 2. Let's see if we can give away some prizes for today. We have the day pass to Hurricane Creek Park and something good to eat too. The 2-piece meal deal courtesy of Bojangles. Those are the prizes we have for today. We'll ask you a question about one of these ads, so pay close attention. Starting with Mullins Body Shop. They do auto body repair and towing. You can count on them each and every day. Call 256-734-1353.
And AmeriGas is now known as Coast Gas. It's a different name, but the same personnel. They have a winter tank set special, 24-hour on-call service, 24/7 answering machine, and of course competitive pricing available.
Brown & Company Beverages, a toast to love with fine wines and beverages. Of course, Valentine's coming up a week from Friday. Brown & Company Beverages on Highway 157.
Auto Tech Repair and Service. Major engine repairs are done there. Transmission repair, brake, foreign and domestic cars, doesn't matter. They're located right there in the Vinemont area, and that's Auto Tech.
Barnett Tax Service. Elna Barnett will do your tax returns. The electronic filing can be done. She also does bookkeeping services like filling out W-2s and 1099s.
And the Busy Bee Cafe in their great location downtown, Coleman's one and only place for German meals, and they are now open Fridays and Saturday evenings for dinner from 2 until 9. That's the Busy Bee Cafe.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore located just down the road. Browsers welcome. Books always on sale each and every day at Deb's Bookstore.
Grand Point Pharmacy is located right there on Highway 31 North. Love your heart. Track your heart with easy-to-use blood pressure kits. They've got them available. Pick up your heart healthy tips. All this at Grand Point Pharmacy right there on Highway 31 North.
Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air. 256-620-JOLLY. They have, of course, have the inflatables, the water slides, the obstacle courses.
Night Free Insurance, providing insurance coverage now for over 3 generations. Isn't that miraculous? One of the top 10 growth agencies right here in the state of Alabama for auto owners.
And the Candle Garden has hand-poured candles and over 50 luscious fragrances. They have lots of gift items and gorgeous gift baskets just in time for Valentine's Day.
And Hanceville Guns and Ammo, located right there in Hanceville on the corner across from City Hall. And Paul is there trying to target those high prices, so he is offering cash purchase guns for just 15% above wholesale.
Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center has day passes available. Of course, you can save money and buy a membership, but you can pay by the day if you want to. The Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. Those are the merchant ads we have for today. It's not too often that I have a question about a telephone number.
Oh.
Those are usually pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Let's try this today. The phone number is 256-620-JOLLY. Tell us the name of the business. That's the phone number, 256-620-JOLLY. What is the name of the business? Our number is 256-734-7399. We have the pass to Hurricane Creek Park and the two-piece meal deal from Bojangles. And go ahead and call in right now while we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
I am Rusty Payne of Premier Bank of the South. One of my favorite opportunities at the bank is to help customers save money for their future needs. It is important that funds be set aside for future needs, such as retirement years, unexpected medical bills, or many other home purchases or any other unexpected bills that occur. The bank offers customers a variety of ways to save money, such as individual retirement accounts and savings accounts that all pay interest. We work with our customers to help them choose the best option available for them to set aside money as they are able to help provide a comfortable, trouble-free future. We at Premier Bank of the South are ready to serve you and look forward to seeing you soon.
Once again, our question for today, what is the name of the business? The phone number is 256-620-JOLLY. And we don't have any callers for today. I'll have to remember that question, use that again.
That was a good one.
Let's look at the rest of our ads right now. Starting with Tires for Less, they have more than just tires. They do oil changes, minor engine repair. They replace shocks and brakes. Come and see Greg and the guys. Tires for Less is on Highway 31 North.
And Earl's Body Shop voted Best Towing Service. David, Diane, and the employees, thank you for this great honor. Large and small towing available local or long distance, and they're a great body shop right there on Highway 31 North. That's Earl's Body Shop.
Cotton State Barns of Coleman, where you can buy or rent to own carports, playsets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. They're on Highway 278, just west of the interstate. Cotton State Barns.
And Barnett Tax Service, yes, it is time to get those taxes done, and she can do it. File it electronically. She also does bookkeeping services, including the W-2s and the 1099s. She's located on Main Avenue, just 1 block north of the post office.
Be Fit is located downtown Coleman, next to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. This is personal trainer is included with your membership, and you just pay month to month, $50 a month.
Mr. Hicks Menswear, offering suits made to your measurements. Now, isn't that nice? He also right now has a big necktie sale going on, and of course you can buy clothes off the rack at Mr. Hicks Menswear.
The $5 lunch is available at Dairy Queen, and by the way, that includes dessert. $5 and you get dessert too. Served every day from 11 till 4 at Dairy Queen.
And Farm Free e-file. Credit and debit cards are accepted. They appreciate your business over at Cups Accounting and Tax Service, and they're located next to Sticks and Stuff right there on Highway 31.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue has the Family Barbecue Pack. For just $13.99, you can feed 4 or 5 people with a pound of meat, 2 sides, and 4 buns. That's at the Berlin Quick Stop.
Yates Chance Christian Bookstore, where love begins. Well, all right then.
Okay, let's see. We don't have any birthdays to tell you about today,
No.
so we'll continue with more of Today on 2 right after this.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it, to feel it, to be in it, to be upon it, and to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
We continue with Today on 2. We're going to talk with each other.
Okay.
You know, I mentioned one day last week when we were talking about the Birmingham snow situation.
Right.
And I mentioned on the air, or I think I said on the air, I wondered if our local body shops that have wreckers were called to Birmingham or
Right.
Jefferson County, to
Right.
Earl's Body Shop and Mullins Body Shop. Happened to talk to David Shaddix
Okay.
on Friday from Earl's Body Shop. So I asked him, I said, do you go down and help out? Not that an event like that happens very often.
Right.
But he said, no, they don't. But they did get a call from a customer. Fellow's truck was stuck in Birmingham, called Earl's to see if they could come out. He said, we got as far as Warrior, and that's as far as we could go.
Oh, wow.
So they had to turn around and come back because
Yeah.
traffic's all tied up.
Yeah.
Couldn't get anything further.
You know, that was such a mess. It still boggles my mind, the fact that this snow that came in actually produced the ice, okay?
Right.
And then, of course, it just gridlocked. Everybody was shut down. Nobody could move. And you know, even 2 days later,
Well, see, it never warmed up.
Right.
And the sun didn't come out. So you
Right.
had no melting.
Right.
But think about this, too. In Birmingham, all the major roads go over the mountain. Well,
okay.
once you couldn't get up the mountain,
Right.
then it starts backing up the traffic.
Right, right.
And then nobody could go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then when the roads are all clogged, you can't send out trucks for sanding and salting because you can't get through.
Right, yeah.
Emergency vehicles can't get through.
Right. It was just a big fat mess.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to somebody whose daughter and granddaughter were over there, and I forgot exactly where. It's right outside of Birmingham, I would imagine, or someplace, a little suburb outside. But anyway, they had gone to this little dress shop to look for wedding gowns. They were starting their procedure of looking for gowns and everything. They got snowed in. They couldn't go anyplace. The owner of the dress shop took them to her house, and they spent, one of them, the daughter got to, her fiance came in his four-wheel pickup truck or whatever and got her, but the mother stayed because she said, well, what am I going to do with my car?
Yeah.
Once things thawed out, I'm going to have to get somebody to come back up here. So she stayed 3 days with this lady that owned the dress shop. And it's not like they knew each other. It's
Yeah.
not like they were the best of friends. It's just they were a customer there. And so she offered. So I know there was a lot of that went on.
Yeah.
People just offering up their homes and
And then a lot of people couldn't get home for 2 or 3 days.
right, exactly,
That
exactly.
had to find some arrangements.
Right.
Yeah.
It just, it was such a bad situation, and just so many people were stranded. And, you know, I heard stories of one guy said, well, my car was parked, we weren't going anyplace, I saw Walmart, I got out, I jumped over the fence, I went to Walmart, spent the night at Walmart that night. At least it was a warm place, and he could buy food, and he had a bathroom, and, you know. But anyway, and
I
then...
dare say there's probably going to be lots and lots of stories come out of
what I
this.
would imagine.
With that many people,
Yes.
things that happened.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think that I heard 2 births, right? 2 babies were born
babies.
on wherever it was, 280 or the interstate or wherever, and then 5 people died.
Yeah, because of accidents. Not because of cold, but because of
Okay.
accidents.
Well, I was wondering, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, are these people, I mean, how do you freeze to death? Can't you just get up and walk around and go someplace if you really feel like
Yeah.
you're that cold? But, okay, that makes me feel better then.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that that's better, but you know what I'm saying.
Right. No, a lot of people did get out and walk because the temperatures were such that you
Right.
could get out. And plus, you're all in the city.
Right.
So, you know, it wasn't like that you were 20 miles out on the interstate or something. But
And I know everybody heard about the surgeon that
Yeah,
got out of his car and walked to the next hospital so he could perform his surgery.
brain
you know?
surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, just
Yeah,
remarkable
made
stories
quite
out
a
there.
bit.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting also. I talked to my son in Iowa last night. He had no idea that anything had happened in Birmingham because the national news only covered Atlanta.
And you know, I talked to my mother, same scenario. My mother was telling me all about this stuff that was happening over in Georgia, in Atlanta, but she hadn't heard anything about Birmingham. So of course I filled her in, but you're right. Yeah, outside of our little area, the rest of the world doesn't even know about it.
That's right.
Oh well, we don't rate that.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We'll continue with our community billboards and the weather right after this.
We've got a safe driver headed toward the freeway. He is doing 44 in a 45. Now
in the nation, Safe just got a little more exciting. Add Vanishing Deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders.
Bill, that's the perfect merge. That was flawless.
Nationwide is on your side.
Let's take a look at our community billboards brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The 18th Annual Big Band Dance is going to be this Friday, February the 7th from 7 to 9 at the Coleman Civic Center. Free dance lessons are going to be given 30 minutes prior to the dance. The Miss Senior Coleman pageant has been moved, of course, to Saturday, February the 15th at 2 o'clock at the Wallace State Community College, Betty Leith Haynes Theater. It's not too late to get tickets. And the Busy Bee Cafe is presenting Pints for Paws, and that will be on Saturday, February the 15th at 7 o'clock. Go and support the Coleman Area Animal Welfare Association by getting a pint of draft beer, and they'll give $1 for every pint sold to the shelter. And Empty Bowls of Coleman. It's the 11th Annual Chili Dinner, February the 17th. It's going to be held at the Heron Hall at First United Methodist Church from 4 to 6:30 p.m. You can buy tickets at the door. And if you have a community billboard you'd like to share with us, you can send it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 256-734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook. Channel 2 Coleman, spell out the number 2.
The weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. It'll be cloudy and breezy today, a high of 46. Cloudy tonight, low around 36. 90% chance of rain tomorrow with a high around 60. Who's coming to see us tomorrow?
Well, we think, let's see, Christopher Smith from the Coleman High School to talk about the Big Band Dance.
Yeah, that'll be coming up Friday. I believe this Friday.
Yeah.
More details on that tomorrow. Thank you for watching Today on 2, brought to you by Premier Bank.
Hope you have a great day.